play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking downfield on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Noles look to keep this drive humming. Tight end now in motion. The RPO, it's complete. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes second and 7. On the ground with the counter. Push down for the tackle. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. Under fire. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. They'll move the tight end. Snags it quickly on the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight.
Makes the grab in their space. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. That's caught. It's Lopez.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Lindsey. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
As a head coach, you'd love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page. playing together. I love it.
Ready, go! Wide receiver comes in motion. Ready, go! Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Gets it out quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State!
It's so nice as a quarterback, and it's not just your receivers that are dangerous.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off play action. Catch in the middle. It's Carter. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Nice move there. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's a fumble! And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Looking to throw again. Makes a catch. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And this defense, man, they're starting to play a lot of plays. Like, this is back-to-back possessions, putting long drives together. And we know what that means. Like, you start to wear out. You miss more tackles. You have more mental assignments that begin to bust. So this defense has got to lock in somehow, some way, and try to get a stop.
Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And that's a
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense is... Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been... were you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Finds us back in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Running inside. It's Lindsey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
His offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
He's ready. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lindsey. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
As a defender, you always want the interception, you want the big play, but I love it when guys go, and you can tell they're trying to bat the football down. They see it in the air. They know they can't catch it, know they can't make a play, but they make sure the receiver can as well. Nice play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the 1st down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Lopez. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The run inside. It's Lindsey.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The handoff to Johnson. Jumped on top of the pile. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And finally,
off the play fake on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
and I know he's happy to get that one, because that's the big fella's first sack. And we've heard a lot about this 5-star, this young defensive.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Reaches into the bagger, moves, and finds his way up to the 31. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Complete. At the 45, on his way. All out of space. He's at the touchdown, Florida State. That one will give them the lead. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Running inside, it's Johnson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Johnson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession, able to...
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an
finding some room. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
That's the best run of the day for him so far. He's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The run inside, it's Singleton. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Plucks it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Ready, go! Running inside, it's Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away. So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It'll be 3rd and long.
Go, go. Ready, go. Go, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Touchdown, Miami! The defense putting points on the board. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're probably a little rattled after that last pick six, and who could blame them? But now deep breath, settle in, get a drive started in a tie game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Got a man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Unleashes one. Soft spot in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. And the Noles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Biggest drive of the game coming up right now as this team tries to win it in regulation. Finds a man in the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there.
It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together.